Welcome to Game with Magus. I am Magus. As far as Amazon Prime stuff, up on my social medias, whether it's X, Facebook, things like that, things have been published, so you should be able to see some good deals with that. One of the things I picked up, haven't tried it out yet, is this. Now, maybe you're saying to yourself, you have phones. What are you doing? Well, these have served me a long while. These are the Corsair HS60s. And I love them because, one, I don't need the microphone, and so I ripped them out because I hate those extra dongle things. Second reason why I like it is right here, there's a volume wheel, which you can turn the volume up and down, which is nice. And wired headphones seem to always be a little bit louder and better than wireless because I have a nice set of Sony ones that are wireless, but I use those more for travel with noise cancellation. One of the issues I ran into with these was the ear cups, the original ones, would separate right here and it would completely come off. There was aftermarket ones, got the aftermarket ones. Cool. But then the like leather type stuff, whether the stock ones or the aftermarket ones, would peel off. And you'd be left with this softer Alcantara type stuff material. Honestly, I don't know why they didn't start with that instead of the leather because it's way more comfortable and just start there. But of course, that wasn't an option. The top part of this, the exact same thing happened and it came off. And then one of the final things that was having an issue was this plastic piece right here that holds it. It just broke off. I was able to super glue it, but I don't know how long that's going to last. And to be honest, I'm probably going to gift these to my son because he has similar headphones, but his actually snapped in the middle. So, sounds great, but honestly, they're not well made. The unfortunate fact is, what do I expect for $70, right? Of course, they didn't have anything that was more expensive that was nice without going with crazy audiophile ones in that regard. This one, on the other hand, is a little bit nicer. Let's see here. I don't know. I might be able to open her up. We'll go ahead and do an unboxing on this. If I can get the. And the reason why I was getting these on Prime Day, if you kept an eye on these, the MSRP of these is $200. I saw them on sale one time for $150. Amazon Prime, they were down to, I want to say $135. I can't remember how much they were off the top of my head. Good deal for what they are. This is what's on the back. Gives you a pretty good view of it versus, I guess, the front. And what you can see on that is the microphone it comes with is built into the wires, which is of interest. Of interest is the fact that if you want to, they supply a set of cords that do not have the microphone, so they give you both. On top of the fact, they're standard headphone jacks on both headsets, so realistically, you could replace them with an aftermarket one if for whatever reason you don't like them. Manual, warranty. Now, it has nothing else in the box, but it's a nice box. And we got a Corsair. Oh, I guess you can't see it. There's plastic stuff on this. Let's see. Can you? Guess you can sort of see it. There's like the Corsair logo in here, but it's rubberized. Nice mesh hard case to keep these in, which is really nice. My Sony's came with something with this, and they were much more expensive. They were closer to like used $250, I think new to $300. So they come like this, and they have this one all bundled up. And just to show you, it's got the two things that goes into the headphones, one on each side, and this one has the boom mic. I'm not going to be using that at all, so And then we have this one. Oh, that's cool. So this comes with a connection, because at the end of this, just to show you, so hey, you want to hook up to your headphones, cool. You know, it's got a nice reinforced piece in the middle, right? Those go to your headphones, cool. And then on the end, it has this, which is just the standard headphone jack. If you were using them with the microphones, they include something, because again, it's one connection on the other, a breakout for your PC, for your microphone and your headphone jack. That's kind of nice. Again, I don't need that. I got a nice microphone. The jacks in of itself, they're really high quality, look pretty decent, braided material. Supposedly, I heard concern it might brush against your shirt, make a lot of noise. I'm not hearing anything. Again, if it's an issue, you could always change it out, or you could do something with this if you needed to, in that regard. Now, for the part that matters. Let's see, you got a microphone cover dealy thing. Silicone pack, of course. Oh, and these headphones. Ooh. See, they were listening. This is not leather. This is closer to, kind of, but this is more suede. After the stuff peeled off, this is a cloth material. It probably is going to be a little bit more breathable. Let's see. Cushion's not as deep as the other one, but those were aftermarket. The good news, from my understanding, is if there is ever a problem with these, unlike the other ones, which snap on and then that's pretty much it, these are designed that you turn it right, and they have replaceables. So that's cool. So you'll be able to do aftermarket things without issue. So that'll be cool in that regard. I think that's a good design, and I wish more headphone manufacturers would do that. Also, from my understanding, this piece up here, which is padded, if you do certain things, I'm not going to do it. It comes off too. This is swappable too. So that's cool. The two pieces that, or three pieces, if you will, that you're going to contact with, you're going to end up, there's the padded part. And then this is the inside of the cups. You can exchange, which is nice. Feels pretty decent. I think the point of failure is going to be less on this, maybe. Instead of having a round metal thing, like on this one, well, see, it tries to pivot on this one, right? It pivots on a single axis thing. Whereas this is completely contained and does not move. So I think there's less of a chance of it breaking off, unlike the other one, where you only have this pivot point and that's all it does. So there's not a possibility of doing extra twisting and bending on one point with pulling and twisting. That could cause issues. So I think that's an improvement in design. Yeah. This is what these are called, open back. Let's see if we can get a light in there. As you can see in there, it's open. You can actually see things, and you can see the subtle little logo that's in there of Corsair, which is kind of cool. So that's that. Yeah, I'm liking these. They're pretty cool. So let's see. Do they label which is which? Right and left. Yes, they do. Okay, so that's right and left. Let's see how they feel. Get them adjusted. Now, I don't have the cord on just yet, but I'm just saying feel. These feel lighter? These might feel lighter. Yeah. Let me see. Hold on. No, they're about the same. I think the weight-wise, they're about the same as the other ones. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's about the same in that regard. Now, the only downside to these compared to the ones I currently have is there's no volume controls on these. Now, honestly, I don't have a big need for that because of the fact that I have a Stream Deck Plus and have volume controls on that. So realistically, when you're doing the volume controls, you're controlling how much actual gain or whatever is on the actual headphones. And realistically, I don't have a need for that. I can just simply use that knob to do that if I really need to. So, are these labeled any specific way? Doesn't look like it. Let me double check just to be sure, because I don't want these to be backwards. Is there a label on them? They do. They do have a label on them. So be mindful, there is a label on the actual headphones. The way you hook them up. I did have them hooked up right, so we're fine with that. Let me check the audio and see what that looks like. Okay. Let me, real quick, I want to do some Pikmin music real quick, because we just had this on. So let me see what that sounds like, because I have something to reference. Yeah, they sound pretty good. They definitely sound better. Yeah. Well, okay, look. My editor is all concerned because they use the volume control all the time. It's not that big of a deal. I have a volume knob right here that you could adjust to do what you need to do. That'll work just as effectively. It was just a redundant control. Yeah, it was easy because it was right there. But the audio quality is going to sound better on these. Like, I can already tell a little bit of a quality difference between them. I mean, you're paying for more, and I definitely do believe they have better drivers and stuff. The bass sounded a little bit better. I didn't, obviously, with this Pikmin music, I didn't hear any vocals. But from my understanding, these are a little bit more full range than those ones. But again, they were $70. I mean, obviously, what do you expect, right? So, I like them. I think they're cool. I think for what you're getting at that value on Prime Day, you definitely should get on it. They have white ones. They have black ones. In that regard, I don't think there's a price difference between the two. So if you're trying to match up your setup and go with a set of white ones because you have a white PC and stuff, you could definitely do that. But yeah, I recommend them. Places where like this versus this would come in handy, or this one right here with the volume controls, would be if you're in a location where I don't have a Stream Deck and I want to do audio controls. So places like that would be as if you have a laptop or if you're at work or something and you're like, you want a set of headphones. Those wouldn't be very good in that regard because you wouldn't have any manual controls, because you're not going to have anything usually at a work PC or on your laptop easily. Some laptops might, but most generally don't. You have to hit a couple keys. So recommended. So hit up all that stuff. That's right. I did get, listen, these served me well. I got 2 years out of them. All right. These have been great headphones. I have a set at work that I use. Be wary of the surround ones. They give an echo effect. I don't recommend the surround ones at all of the HS models. It's okay at work because I usually at work I like to keep one ear off so I can actually hear other things. So I don't really need stereo. I'm just listening to something. Usually it's talk. So I'm working around it at work, and that's fine. But yeah, don't buy the surrounds. Even if they're a good deal. No, don't do that.